What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Fairy Tale Edition, episode 7 of 100 Year Quest is out now. So, as always, you guys already know. Gotta shout out the studio, JC staff, shout out to the creator, Hiro Mashima, and gotta give a shout out to the artist, Atsuo Ueda. Appreciate all parties involved. A very informal episode. They covered chapters 23 to a couple pages of 25, still in volume 3. Going off of the aftermath of the battle, we know that we got introduced into the fire dragon god, who we find out is Igneal's son, Ignia. And when things finally settle down, we see that the fairy tale members get more information on the other dragon gods. And so far we know that there's a wood dragon god, Adolis, a moon dragon god who has controls of the stars, a metal dragon god. And so even though he has no information on the metal dragon god, he does state that the wood dragon god is one of the largest dragons in the world. And so he sounds like he might be a formidable opponent. Even though Natsu has fire magic, we know that it's not that simple when it comes to these dragons. So we'll have to see. We also get introduced into more members of the Diablos Guild. They show us the leader specifically, who looks pretty menacing himself, goes by the name Rizan. And I'm pretty sure if he's the leader of this establishment, because he's eaten the most dragons, and so pretty sure he's a formidable opponent. And we know that they are also hunting dragons, and so another clash between them and Fairy Tale is inevitable. And towards the end of the episode, we do see that it appears that the water dragon god will be able to live a normal life now that he's not necessarily under the influence of dragon magic. And we see that this white mage, the person that was the cause of this, is still running around. When other members go investigate Fairy Tale, we see that the guild is empty, something that we've never seen before. And so that definitely lets you know that something's up. And that leads us to the end of the episode, because it was classic Fairy Tale comedy, a scene that I completely forgot about but was hilarious when I saw it. Definitely my favorite panel. Like I said before, we know that Natsu and Happy are big children, so he ends up getting a little bit of revenge on the girls, and we see that he paints on all their faces, so it was hilarious. It definitely capped off the more lighthearted episode. And towards the end, we see, just like before, we know that we've been introduced to doppelgangers when it comes to Fairy Tale. There was a whole arc involving copies of some of the main members, a whole separate world. And so in this episode, we see that there's a fairy nail, a pun on the Fairy Tale name. And we see that Urza herself is mistaken for somebody famous. And so we'll have to see what happens with this. You definitely don't want to be trying to complete a quest running around with mistaken identity. So we'll have to see what happens. But manga readers, let me know what you guys thought of the adaptation. And to the anime fans, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Till next time, peace.